Shut up and take the pain. Take the pain!
Ryan, why don't you pull up Amazon's margins real quick?
Well, yeah, I'd have more of a grin on my face than Stephen Hawking on Epstein's Island.
I'm off as a smug cock when he said that.
Wow, fiscal philosophy, you're not very smart at all. You screw up, cash flow kings. Dissector, you are an idiot.
Hello, everybody. It is Saturday, and it's Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern. At Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern, you'll be doing a wide range and variety of activities that are not so good for your lifestyle, and I think can even be heightened because of this polar winter weather that we're seeing. Fiscal, what are some activities you could be doing at Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern?
Oh boy. I mean, you could be doing the fentanyl lean. I see people doing that sometimes on Camelback and 27th. If
Fiscal, your mic has a bit of an echo. I have to stop you there.
Is it better now?
Now it is better, yes. We heard the fentanyl lean.
Yeah. That was probably because, by the way, I had to swap out my usual mic for a headset for a little gaming session.
I see. You know, you have to communicate some other players, use some foul language. I see.
Yeah, I don't do that very often, and so switching back and forth between the two, I'm a noob at it. I suck at it. What am I going to do?
Yeah. I'm thinking you could be watching Love Island as a man. That's something that's embarrassing. Oof. You're a man and you watch Love Island. You get off by watching a bunch of losers gooning on an island. I can do it.
It's Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Singles Inferno, Love is Blind.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Disgusting programming.
Yeah, if you're watching that at 8 p.m. Eastern instead of this, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, I was thinking you could be waiting at very extensively long lines at coffee shops like Seven Brew, waiting in the middle of traffic just to get coffee. You could be waiting for your, sugar-free energy drink. You could be waiting like 30 minutes for it. Yeah, not good stuff.
By the way, I bought like a 15-pack of these things.
Ooh.
I don't know if y'all can see.
What is it? What flavor?
It's,
Monster?
Lando Norris. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have him on the show sometime.
I doubt it.
What are your thoughts on the white monsters? Those seem very popular.
They're a meme nowadays with people who like use the gym. They're okay.
Tastes like I don't know. It's like
a citrus flavor.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not necessarily my favorite, but they are, out of all the flavors that come in like the big industrial size can, they're my favorite of that come in that size, because they only have like the original low carb and the white one, I think, in that size. So if I need like a quart of Monster, the white one's the only option really for me.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about investing into Monster as a company, or are you just gonna stay a consumer?
I would have considered it actually when I was young and when they were probably around a time they were first listed. I would have been totally down for that, mainly because one, getting in early is usually better for something like them, if you could foresee what a giant they would eventually become in such a powerhouse. But also, too, because I didn't know anything, so I wouldn't have like even cared to try to look at the valuation or anything, because I'm sure the valuation looked stupid early on. But now, in hindsight, it's probably like, oh, this would have been an IQ 400 move to buy Monster early because they've grown so much.
Another one of those caffeine brands is Alani. I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know how addicted people were until. I want to say Celsius does own them. I'll double check right now.
I think that was a big thing on FinTwit this when Celsius acquired the
Yeah,
Alliance.
Celsius owns them. They for 1.8 billion in April. So
Yeah, I don't know. My I don't have necessarily anything against the Celsius drinks. It's just there's nothing fundamentally different about the like if you read the ingredients on the label, it's the same as all the other shit.
yeah,
That's the thing. But everybody has like, oh, it's a healthier brand. It's no, it isn't.
yeah,
It isn't. It's marketing. That's all it is.
yeah.
It's not actually healthier. So please don't make that part of your thesis. Also, they're better at marketing towards like I'd say like the Becky sorts, like the women consumers,
Yeah.
Celsius lines, and Alani probably as well.
Alani for sure.
Yeah. But also I've noticed people who aren't really energy drink people also seem to find Celsius acceptable. And I think that is just because of how they're perceived, as opposed to like people associate Monster with like extreme, like this Lando Norris guy. Probably probably a skateboarder or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Roast me in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But he's probably some kind of like extreme athlete or something, and that's who Monster appeals to. Like people who race like dirt bikes, people who skateboard, people who snowboard, yada yada yada.
So he drives race cars, which I don't know how that's.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
I don't think you're an
right
athlete.
up.
We could do a debate of whether people who drive race cars are athletes or not.
There's certainly I do think that races are sort of considered. It's a type of competition, and it requires a high level of human performance. And the debate there is similar to the debate people have about like esports, like
or fishing. Fishing
like,
is one of them too.
And the StarCraft World Championships that they have in like South Korea or whatever.
Yeah.
People argue if that's like a sport. Chess, isn't there like a gold medal in the Olympics for chess?
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
But I mean, if you define sports as anything that is a competition that tests human performance, then technically speaking,
yeah,
it does. All of the above actually fit, but that's a very broad definition.
Yeah, one day we'll have a full episode on it.
Maybe we'll have a debate one day on like what is or isn't a sport. I mean, in bodybuilding, they don't actually like do anything except for dress in a Speedo and pose on stage. That's the actual competition.
Yeah, I know.
So, but people call it a sport.
Yeah,
because you have to work out a lot to like, get jacked and shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Speaking of gyms, what are your thoughts on people who shadow box inside of the gym?
Like what kind of a gym?
What's LA Fitness? LA Fitness.
And they're just kind of like
they're doing their sets and they're like genuinely throwing up kicks. They're shadow boxing. They're doing karate kicks and stuff.
Yeah, they're practicing their footwork.
If the detailers are also needed, they're also very sweaty and smell bad.
That sounds very special.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting experience today. Okay, topic of tonight's episode, Warren Betty. I don't even know. Somebody's going to have to correct me here, but I don't know if Warren Buffett is still with Berkshire. Was that last quarter?
So my understanding is that he's still the chairman. He's just not the CEO anymore.
Okay. He's still the chairman. Okay. Because it wouldn't shock
is that true? Like you can fact check me live on.
And I also don't know if this last the filings or whatever were like part of his last part of his tenure.
Any recent filing was probably covering through December 31st, so it would be on his watch. I think. Yeah, it's important to check the dates on all those things to make sure.
Basically, he sold like 77% of his Amazon, and people were spamming.
Amazon was such a tiny thing. Like Berkshire barely had any Amazon. Well, I say that it's a lot compared to what I have.
Yeah.
Compared to their portfolio, it was nothing. It's like if I sold, I don't know, half a share of Evolution Gaming or something.
It was okay. It was The remaining position is 525 million, making a very small. I'm not getting an exact number. It's 2 point. It was 7 point. It was about like 10 million shares. So they sold about 3/4 of the holding. So
Yeah,
it
but that
was
number
pretty
of
funny how
shares,
there was no sell off too, and Amazon actually went up.
that number of shares for Berkshire isn't much, though.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, before the decimal.
Yeah.
I think the best part that was to come out of it was the Jim Cramer tweet. Did you see the Jim Cramer tweet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he won. He won potential quote of the year for me.
Jim Cramer did. No,
Jim Cramer did. Yeah.
I don't think he'll be by to accept.
Yeah. I don't know. We've had a few guests the last few years that have not been able to come onto the show and accept. I'm trying to find the. Here we go. I'm pulling it up on Twitter. Again, if you don't follow us on Twitter, I don't know what you're doing because, yeah. Okay. Amazon is difficult to own because it has diminished free cash flow from debt. I will stay in it, but I know when it went from cheap to expensive for a lot of people after the last quarter.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to own because of the free cash flow fiscal.
It is. Yeah.
Do you know why the free cash flow is down? Or it's
CapEx, isn't it?
Oh, okay. That's the reason it's down. It's not true. No, it is CapEx. According to Jim Cramer, though, it doesn't. Jim Cramer doesn't really understand that CapEx takes away from the free cash flow, and that you can't really look at that for Amazon. Well, very interesting comment, though.
I mean, there may be a point that they probably did fund it with debt. I mean, that part may be true, but I suppose it depends on if you think that Amazon invests their CapEx wisely or not. And if you think they don't, then I guess don't buy it.
Amazon's CapEx is insane because I'm doing a little thing for Amazon right now that will be announced soon.
Some people that we've even talked to here have basically said that with Amazon, the CapEx almost in a way is the moat, because to be able to compete with Amazon, you would have to find a way to come up with the money to compete with Amazon. And that's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
There are very few companies that can do that.
Have you heard of do you have any expectations for when you expect this, I guess, CapEx to fully pay off? Not even fully pay off, but start to really see a reflection. Obviously, when they eventually stop doing it, there's going to be an insane hike in free cash flow.
So I think a lot of the in recent years, a lot of that CapEx is AWS. Now, how much is AWS growing? That's the question, right?
You know what it's growing, because I do. It's 24.
If AWS is continuing to grow at a greater and greater rate, and they keep spending more and more on CapEx to meet demand that's going up and up, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do? Just tell all the customers that want to buy your services, sorry, we don't want to spend any more CapEx, so we're just going to say no to the business.
Yeah.
Seems like a silly idea when you put it that way, right?
Yeah. So the 200 million that they estimated or whatever to spend in 2026. What is it? 2026 they expect it. And this is their current CapEx right now. So just it's going to be insane. It's going to be all the way down here for next year. So they're spending a lot, and somehow I think they're still in the positive for free cash flow, which is actually pretty impressive, even though it's down an insane amount. Yeah, this is Joseph Carlson's worst. Joseph
Carlson's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
This is what keeps Joey C up at night.
Yeah. Alan thinks we shouldn't go live at Saturday 8 p.m. Eastern. Maybe if a channel member recommended that, we would take that into account, but he's not a channel member, so.
Yeah, I mean, I do like it when we occasionally do random lives at other times and everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing sometimes how many people show up, but
Who knows? Maybe the Saturday at PM Eastern will be forgotten. You never know.
Hey, things can change. This is a dynamic world we live in.
This is a dynamic world.
But yeah, the fact that they can drop that much on capex and still end up free cash flow positive is pretty remarkable. And so what I would do if there's a chart of operating cash flow over time, that would be an interesting. Or am I like cash from operating activities? That's what you want.
Cash from operating activities.
Yeah, that. Now that's a pretty
good. Is that good?
Yeah.
You know, and we appreciate you for being here, Alan. We appreciate that. Unfortunately, our core audience.
We hate to see you leave, Alan, but we love to watch you go.
Nice. Yeah, this is cash from. This looks a little better. The percentage of what AWS makes of their total revenue too or what is it? Their operating income, what percentage it makes? It's something ridiculous. Because obviously retail makes up most of the revenue, but they make
most of their margin comes from AWS. That's
yeah. Advertising is also.
In fact, most of this operating cash flow probably also comes from.
Yeah. Also, the advertising business is another thing that I think is underrated with Amazon. That's grown from 5 to 10% over the last couple of years, maybe more, and hopefully continuing growing.
Yeah, and that's one where their retail business that is very low margin supports that advertising business. Why? Because if you have something that you want to sell, paying it to show up higher in the results on Amazon when customers are shopping is very valuable.
Yeah, let's say you make toilet paper or something, and you want to compete with Kimberly-Clark. You want to be up there with Scott's. And this is Fiscal Philosophy Toilet Paper Company.
Of course.
And you have to pay top dollar. You have to pay top dollar compared to Kimberly-Clark to compete with them. So it's a bit of a full circle effect with Amazon, and then just AWS is a tank. Would you be in support of them spinning off AWS, or are you just fine with that being?
No, don't spin it off. Come on, people are too spin-off happy.
Yeah.
Keep the conglomerate together. It creates a better flywheel. That would be talking to somebody about Apple, being like, "Do you think they should spin off the iPad?"
Did you see the lady who on Twitter? I think it was Engagement or Rage Bait, but she said that Amazon should buy PayPal. Aria was having a stroke over it. It was pretty funny. She said that Amazon should buy PayPal.
I don't think that was a troll. I think I recall seeing an actual I don't know how realistic, or it might have been somebody in the comments that said this, but somebody in there was actually trying to make a legitimate case for it, mainly because they think that Amazon with their scale could benefit from having a way to handle the payment processing in-house for all the transactions that take place on their service. And there is maybe something to that, but I also I'm not sure that Amazon is even really interested in getting their feet wet in that.
I don't know. PayPal will be worth 50 million soon, so maybe they could buy them for cheap now. It's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Now, if rumors started to come out that somebody was interested in trying to take PayPal private, the stock price would go up, so I'd like that. But I don't think anybody is seriously thinking about taking it private right now, or at least I haven't seen any credible evidence to suggest that. I think people are just saying that because it's cheap at the moment.
Speaking of cheap companies that have the potential of being bought out, you like where I'm going here? Jackson Financial reported earnings this week, and it's always a nice sight when you get to log on to Discord and the first thing you see is Jackson earnings wegooned. That's the quant analysis that I got from Andrew. They raised the dividend, which means it's free money. You get free 12.5% yield or 12.5% dividend growth. It's free money. It's up 3% after hours, probably because we talked about it, if I'm being honest. I never got an actual chance to look at the earnings completely, but on a base knowledge, I saw that dividend was hiked. I want to say maybe net sales grew something ridiculous. EPS grew a lot. It was good.
Yeah, and Jackson is one of those companies that's so boring. I don't even think I could sit through their earnings, to be honest with you.
They should do that as a punishment for people that do bad crimes in this country. Have them listen to an annuities company's earnings.
It's one where I am more than happy to let Andrew sit through the boring earnings and then just tell us how it went.
Yeah, that's what he gets paid to do.
And if he is satisfied, I am satisfied when it comes. And I'll probably only understand about 20% of what they say anyway, and he'll understand 99.9% of it. And so his takeaway will be more valuable than mine. So happy that he's happy and gooning.
EPS was $6.61 compared to an estimate of $5.86, which is good. Revenue, it was a slight beat, still good. Retail annuities was complemented by an ambitious capital return strategy between $900 and $1.1 billion. Free money dividend. There was another something ridiculous. Something with TPG here. Do I see? Jackson faced bearish sentiment due to its strategic partnership. 6.5% stake. I don't know how that's bearish. Maybe if you think they're going to be bought up for cheap. Do you think right now, with how well Jackson has been performing, at $115, it's still a decent ad, relatively cheap? Because I'm looking at it and obviously it's easy to say. It's easier to add when everything else is going to the shitter. And it's hey, this thing might continue running up. But
I think Jackson is one of those where it's just going to be kind of boring. It's not going to double overnight, but it'll probably melt up faster than you think it will, that's what's happened to me since I started buying it.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought it in the mid 80s. So it's difficult when I have that low cost basis to then want to average up, even if I think Jackson could go to 200 or 220 or something.
Yeah.
The estimates I've heard of the actual value are more along the lines of the 200s or maybe even higher.
Ooh.
Based on their assets, I believe is what's primarily driving that. So,
and the free money dividend and buyback.
If you believe that analysis, then it would be good if you believe that is a true statement.
So, do you remember Gundar talking about the Ryla things that they sold, the Ryla sales, vividly?
At this exact moment, I can't say that that's ringing.
Okay, it's basically a product they offer, and it was up 53% year over year, so that's good. It went up, and then retail annuity sales went up 7%, so good. Very nice.
Wait, is it RILA? Ryla?
Yeah, Ryla.
The A stands for annuity, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So if there's a type of annuity. Okay, then I do think I just don't remember it being referred to as Ryla, but I do remember a talk about a type of annuity that they were selling, because that's what they do. They sell annuities.
It's a pretty fun company, if you ask me.
Yeah. It's fun because it goes up, but like I don't think what they do is fun at all. I find it to be a snooze fest. But sometimes the best investments are the most boring investments.
That's why I have went full port into Kimberly-Clark and Colgate Palmolive. I've sold off this 15% sell off. I'm taking the loss, and we are going all defensive.
Now that's a fallacy. Now just because it's boring isn't the thing that makes it a good investment. No. But with that being said, I bet Tattooed Chef was pretty exciting.
You know what? Tattooed Chef, we were going to the moon with that. That was an idea with bright minds, with a 40-day plan, a 45-day plan. And
for us, like TSSI it's exciting.
TSSI, yeah, that's a roller coaster. I want to talk about TSSI because they report end of March. Doomsday.
I don't know. I originally thought it was going to be February, and now when I look online, the estimates say March. Who knows? They'll just do it when they feel like it.
I'll double check that because
Google might not give you a correct answer, though. That's the thing.
Okay, we're gonna have to send like an actual letter to TSSI HQ.
We need somebody from like a hedge fund to call management and ask. That's what we need.
They're expected. Okay, I'm seeing on Yahoo Finance March 26th.
That seems kind of like, wasn't the last one like November?
It was, it was a while.
So
ago.
November to March seems a little bit of a long wait to me.
Yeah, which tells me there's going to be more revenue next quarter. It's even more time for them to stack up the revenue.
Well, the length of time it takes for them to report doesn't change what the fiscal quarter actually was.
I know.
Come on. Don't try to pull
We're just trying to manipulate the price. I don't.
The audience is smarter than that.
I don't know. We have Alan Carlson in here, maybe Gil. Anything can happen.
Man, look at that chart.
Yeah, but with TSSI, I actually it's frick. It's like I feel like we're pretty cheap here. But there's so much other stuff where I feel like it's kind of a more sure bet. Amazon, Microsoft.
Well, so I do think it's important to think, why did Microsoft, Amazon, and Google all get pummeled? And I think Meta might have got pummeled a little bit too in the last few weeks.
You're asking why did these companies?
Yeah. This is relevant.
CapEx. There's going to be more spending. AI is going to kill them.
So they're going to be spending on AI.
From what I'm hearing in the independent research that I've done, a company like Amazon's going to be spending around $200 billion towards AI and demand.
So if those companies are putting that kind of money behind it, where does that money end up trickling down to?
The shareholders.
No. So what company helps integrate the racks?
TSM. I think a company like TSS Incorporated could help do that.
So yeah, that's kind of the point, because if all these companies are signaling like more CapEx on this specific area, TSS fulfills and integrates in this area, stands to reason that if the spending on this area is going up and they're a business-to-business company that provides that service on the implementation, that they should a little crumb of that. It doesn't take much. Out of those hundreds and hundreds of billions, actually, between all of them, it's probably around $1 trillion, because they were all talking about hundreds of billions. If just a couple billion of that trickled down to TSS at the end of the day, that would have a huge impact on that, because it's a small cap stock.
Yeah. Right? What are some potential catalysts you think this next earnings for TSSI that will send us back to 80 or 50?
Probably because the people that own it are dumb as a bag of bricks. Probably procurement revenue going up would probably make them happy.
It would.
Yeah, and then they won't pay as much attention to to integrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any potential of a new customer?
It could happen, though. I think if they have a new customer and they talk about it at earnings, the guy that has 2,000 shares is going to call them and be upset they didn't announce it in a press release to pump his stock.
Is it Meta? Is it Meta? Just say it's Meta. Mr. Dewan, I think it would really be good if you just said it was Meta. For legal reasons, it's not Meta. I don't have any inside information. We do hold a small long position in this company.
So it is funny because like they don't like to mention Dell by name, but everybody that calls in insists on throwing Dell's name around and like making management very uncomfortable.
We should try and call in next earnings. I think we should.
Oh man, it's tempting. Because I mean, totally across accounts, I actually have more than that guy that called in. I'm a big, well, actually, he probably sold out. He seemed like a real paper hands to me. But yeah, I should be like, excuse me, it's Mr. Just call me Mr. Moneybags here. I have like 2,100 shares of your stock.
Also, we're live streaming on Cashflow Kings Live on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're a pretty big deal. And we own your stock.
We do offer a lot of publicity. We are pretty big on the DSSI subreddit.
As a 0.003% shareholder, I believe that my voice should be heard.
It is 2% of my portfolio that's was worth $40,000. It is now $37,500 after this recent downturn.
I'm waiting for my nomination to the board.
Yeah, Dan. Yeah, with Vivek.
Yeah.
You'll take
Me and Vivek. We're like this.
Yeah, we're boys. Dan, you are supposed to sell Amazon because Jim Cramer said the free cash flow is going down and they're taking out debt to do CapEx.
By the way,
and Warren Buffett.
Just to illustrate something important, Nancy Pelosi bought Amazon Leaps.
Yeah, that's big.
She sold $500,000 of PayPal and bought Amazon.
Maybe you should copy.
Like maybe we should all just do what Pelosi does.
Yeah.
Because once again, well, granted, Amazon also has gone down, I think, since she did that. But I think she usually ends up being right in the long run. Like
she's a pretty good stock trader. I'll admit that. She's pretty good.
Yeah, her trades usually end up going very well.
A lot better than ours.
Yeah, she's honestly she's the one that shows Mad Money on CNBC. Like fire Jim Cramer, hire Nancy.
Kramer's an idiot, but at least like he's we can tell he's clearly not doing any insider trading.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The rub is it's probably just because being in a position of power in government, which companies are going to benefit from different bills that are coming on the docket for voting and stuff. Things that like just most people wouldn't have that much insight into, or the amount of sifting through, because bills tend to be like super, super long and difficult to read if you don't have a law degree. So having that like kind of granular information at your disposal, staffers to really break, because that's where most Congress people get their information about the contents of large bills, is they have staffers read it and basically give them a summary. Yeah, there's time to read 6,000 pages.
There was a guy, Brian Higgins, who's a congressman from, I think, locally by me, and he loaded up on NVIDIA, I want to say in 2021 or 2.
Yeah.
And that was right before I think NVIDIA got some government grant or money from the government. And he
was it right before the CHIPS Act, probably?
Yeah, CHIPS Act. He just absolutely it moon rocketed. I did it as a little project in my high school history class. It was interesting. If he can do it, then we can do it.
though I do think if I was in there on Capitol Hill, after I'm got my bag, I would probably just retire from Congress, because like being in Congress is a effing hassle, and it's like if I've already got my millions, what the hell do I even want with all the hassle that comes with being in politics?
You want an invitation to a special island. I think that's what you want.
Is that? Do you think that's why they stay? They stay for the
It has
island.
to be. There's other islands. I know there is. There's got to be.
So
that's where Gil was raised.
So in like 2004 or 2005, there was this movie that came out. It was literally called The Island, and it wasn't about the island that you're thinking of. But it was a movie where rich people could pay to have like a spare body, like a clone of themselves, kept in this facility in case they ever needed like an organ transplant or something. And if they did, it was bad for the clone. Like the clones like were walking around and like living lives just like isolated in this facility. And so like it was not good news for them. But if they ever needed to harvest one of them for the person that had been paying for this service, they would just tell all the remaining people that like, hey, where did Bill go? Oh, good news, he went to the island, like he won the lottery. That was the thing. They had this imaginary lottery where you would go live on like this supposedly amazing island where good things happen. That isn't what happened. Good things didn't happen on the island.
Bad things happened, and I was never there.
And
you have to be a loser.
You never want to go to the island, ladies and gentlemen. That's the moral of the story. It's always a trap.
Yeah.
The island is always a ruse. Don't go to the island.
I agree. Maybe there's... this will be a nice soundbite for some viewers that have never tuned into our show to listen to. Yeah, I think TSSI, I don't know. I have like no money, so I don't know where I'd get money to buy TSSI if it got like stupid cheap.
Yeah.
Don't know if I could.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a holding pattern right now, just trying to thread the needle on a lot of things, and it's like I don't want to make any big moves right now. So,
have you added anything in the last few weeks?
Other than Vodafone, no.
Yeah. Vodafone. What is? Oh yeah, what's that company again?
VOD. It's a telecom that's based in Europe, but a lot of their growth is actually in the African continent, and they also are doing like satellite stuff. It's sort of been tangentially kind of brought up in the same conversations as like SpaceX and Starlink, because there is sort of like a communications satellite component to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and also some of the options may have been mispriced in terms of the upside potential versus the risk. So, yeah, it looked interesting enough to me to bite and get into it for a little bit. So,
by the way, something that our channel members are going to want to bite and get into. I did a little write-up on a high tide. I mentioned this last week. It was going to be for a certain publisher that I can't speak of, but I'm probably not going to use it because they're very picky when it comes to small cap stocks. I think it's a decent write-up. There's a lot of charts that I made and good stuff on there. So if you're a little high tide horn dog, I guess you could say, and want to do that, $2 a month for channel memberships. And if you become a channel membership on live, we will dance for your dollar. We'll dance for it like a stripper. There's no difference.
It's more like $3 now.
Oh, I think it is $3 now.
Price of dancing has gone up.
The tightwads increased.
Nobody knows who did it either. Like we
actually didn't. It was $2.
Yeah, we literally the price went from $2 to $3. Somebody did it, but none of us will own up to it.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, okay, Shaggy Defense.
Yeah. But yeah, become a channel member. There's probably 15, 20 hours worth of like episodes on there, pretty much exclusive content.
Yeah, there's enough on there to whet your beak, and we're always thinking of ways to do more. And you want us to pay attention to your chats, right?
Yeah, we have members only with Fabio talking about TSSI. We have some episodes with Blake, some episodes that nearly got me killed with death threats, gambling with Seymour Duck, Dividend dude getting convinced to buy Dave stock from Andrew on Twitter. Like the possibilities are limitless.
I think the episode with Blake about HCC
that one would have made you so many channel memberships if you
in retrospect. So not long after we had that conversation, the stock HCC, which is a coking coal company, very very niche kind of thing, but the stock dropped by a few percent and then went on a 100+% run over the next few months after that, and I was in it because Blake
told you to.
Blake, he rolled out the red carpet on why it was a good idea, and I was like, well, I'm gonna put a little bit of money behind this. This just goes to show we have some of the best guests who provide some of the most value.
Yes, and ironically, that's had probably a better performance than High Tide over the last year.
Right, which that's his bigger bet.
Yeah.
But I think when High Tide does finally explosion, that it's going to be possibly like a 4x, 5x kind of thing at some point.
Yeah, dude, that's one day. Let's just hope one day it happens.
Oh, it'll happen. It'll happen.
I trust Raj. I don't think there's much new news with High Tide. Let's see when they report next.
Well, we just covered their earnings a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious. I want to say April, I guess.
Yeah. It's a ways away. It's probably late April or early May.
I'm seeing mid-March.
Didn't we just cover them?
I want to say, okay, in my defense, I want to say Blake said that it was going to be a quick quarter or get quick run up to this next quarter.
Okay. Yeah, and probably just Canadian things on how they do things.
Canadian things. And this also is like demand-wise the weaker quarter, so be ready for pain, everybody.
Sweep that to the side.
Yeah. What do we got here? Why is this guy Ryan so who said I was judgmental?
What's he judgmental about?
What am I being judgmental about? Who called me judgmental? I'll show you judgmental if you want me to.
Oh, was it about the gym stuff?
No, this was recent. And I think it is fair to be judgmental about a person who's shadow boxing and smells like piss in a gym, if you ask me. What a clown.
To be fair, some of the best gyms that I've ever been to just always smell like piss.
Yeah, maybe it adds something to your character.
Listen, you get enough like old sweat just seeping into the place, and it's going to smell a little bit like piss.
Yeah,
like Metroflex, for example. It's always going to smell a little like piss in Metroflex.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Dave Stock. You know what? I like the sound of this. Retire on dividends is thinking the right thing. The best deal online for 45 pesos.
Is that the well, I mean, more than one country uses pesos, but like for I'm assuming he means like Mexican pesos. Is that actually the conversion? Is it $3 for 45 pesos?
I would assume
15 pesos per dollar.
I'll do the translation right now.
If that was accurate, that's very impressive.
Yes, pretty much 45 pesos.
Yeah,
$3 is 40. There you go. Do it, everybody. You should definitely give us your pesos. We want it bad.
Very good. Very good.
Okay, what other stocks? Dave has just been kind of daving. It's not really done much, like just chilling at the 185, 170 trend there.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm getting assigned 100 shares on Monday.
Oh, naughty you.
Did it close below 185 on Friday?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So guess what? Guess who's got 200 shares of Dave now?
You do. It's a good price.
Yeah. I mean, it'll bring my average down. So, and hey, when the stock goes to 350, I'll be bussing.
Yeah.
And gooning.
Evolution Gaming.
Or gooning then bussing.
Talk about a company not gooning. Evolution Gaming. Oh, this thing is like, oh, it's like the girl you probably shouldn't have married. I'll just say it. And you're stuck with her for like 15 years. You got kids and just you keep seeing new good opportunities every single day.
Aren't they going to drop a dividend on us in like a few weeks though?
I thought it was like May. Off the top of my head.
May.
Yeah, I remember getting it. I'll look when they pay it.
That's horrible.
I know. If they paid a quarter, the stock would go up 10%. Dividend payday. Seymour probably knows. I want to say it's May. They're expecting May 11th to 19th.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing $2. Okay, Chris is. Oh, Chris, you're getting hot. You're getting very hot, Chris. We will say good things about your muscles if you become a channel member. $2 on your end. Okay, well that's good. I think it's $2. It should be. I'll double check that. But yeah,
I don't know. Some people were saying it was 3. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe with the Trump tariffs, it's now. So, okay, have you been keeping up with this tariff thing? Because I have not been, and
No.
I probably should be. Trump,
No.
I see 10, 15%. Those are the two things I see.
So, I think it falls into the category of its noise at this point because it's never consistent and it never stays in place in the same way over time.
Hey, it sent us mooning on Friday in defense.
Did it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. See, I find it to be noise and not super relevant. So, like, other than it makes the price go up or it makes the price go down of the stocks, and I do hear some people are like, "Oh, we're worried about things. We're worried about importing anything because we're worried about like maybe they'll change the rules next week or something." It's exhausting and it's a moving target, and just trying to keep up with it all the time. It's just madness that way lies. I'm not going to do it.
I love our great fierce leader who's making America great again. I'm joking. I won't confirm or deny.
You know what would really make America great again is if you become a channel member.
That is true. It's yes. If you become a channel member for $2 a month, our country will turn great. Michael Burry.
It means you support the veterans because we support a veteran who is a friend of the show who we recommend for
our taxes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're by the transitive property, and that doesn't mean anything about being trans. It's just it's a different kind of transitive.
Mm-hmm.
By the transitive property of supporting our troops by donating, being a channel member, you support veterans.
He's veterano. It's veterano, and he's LGBTQ.
And this particular friend, he doesn't abuse the VA disability system.
Oh, he could too. If he really wanted to, he could.
Yeah,
I know some people that do abuse it. Nasty people. Like
pretty much. So from what I have seen in the real world, pretty much anyone can get a rating, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
And that's what he says too. Like he has had conversations about that, and people get very upset. But it seems to be true. You see many examples. That's
the method, dude. We gotta I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna fake a disability one day and just live
There
off
was a-
of it and do CFK.
There was a
all
chart
day.
on Twitter recently that showed like over like plotted over time, like the proportion of like the number in millions of veterans that have a 100% disability rating, and it's just like the slope looks like the Nvidia chart almost. It's crazy. And somebody made like a very interesting point that a growing percentage of these people have actually never been in combat because a lot of our warfare is now done by drone. Like people sitting behind a computer like you and I now are just like putting the coordinates into the drone, and the drone is going and doing everything. Yeah. Like it's modern modern warfare, ladies and gentlemen.
So
the next Call of Duty game, you're just going to be a drone pilot.
Something I think that should have sent the market up 10% intraday this week was Trump did a reclip. He did. Have you ever seen the too much winning clip? We're gonna win so much you'll be tired of winning. I'll say please, please. Yeah. He did it again, but he just doesn't have the juice this time. He's like, we're gonna win so much. You're gonna say please, Mr. President. We're gonna do it. Trump said that Netflix will pay the consequences if board member Susan Rice is not fired. Nice.
Oh, what's he gonna do to Netflix?
Oh, they're tariffed.
He's gonna tariff the streaming.
Okay, I found. Thank goodness I found the clip. Oh, Gil's here. He's back. Gil is back with a new profile picture. I have to see this. Wow, he's got nice. He got glasses like me, Gil. It's nice to see that every replica has a cheap copy. Okay, this is just infamous clip. Play it. It's always a good time.
President, please, we're winning too much. We're not used to it. George is not used to it. We can't take it anymore. People are working too hard. They're making too much money. Please. You don't want to win anymore, sir. It's too much. I said, nope. We're going to keep on winning. The people of Georgia want to win. I'm sorry, Kelly. The people of Georgia want to win.
He's getting old, dude. He's getting old.
Let me just say, conversations that totally happened. They told him, "Sir, I can't win anymore." Yeah, that's true. That's how people talk. Real people. That's how they have. Oh. That's how they conduct conversations. They say, "Sir, we cannot handle another win."
Thank God, our president.
Sure. Our president. Sure. I'm sure that's exactly verbatim.
He's too smart. We don't deserve him.
Yeah, very interesting. A very interesting way of recollecting that conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original was better.
Yeah.
the original. So people can see what you mean about the difference.
2016 Trump, dude, that's undefeated. That's like an all-time politician. So much energy. He's going after everybody. Okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking because I got mine in June. So we got to wait till June. We have what, 3 months? 3.5 months now? Maybe 4, depending on when they paid in June.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. What other stocks have we not discussed? Or any news?
Somebody has one 651 Ed to AZ or whatever. Ed A to Z.
Fiscal philosophy. So some MP. Oh. What's the story? You should have watched last week's episode. We're not going to answer. Yeah. You're not a channel member. You aren't. You want arrogance. I'll show you arrogance.
So they changed their ticker from MPW to MPTC. You noticed that already. Obviously, that's the whole reason right there. Ed Aldag came out swinging.
Ed Aldag.
Well, okay. So they did raise the dividend not long ago from 8 cents to 9 cents, which seemed to improve sentiment somewhat.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long ago you sold, but at some point, and this is pretty old news now, they did a secured debt raise that was oversubscribed heavily, which implies that people are very comfortable lending them money.
Yeah.
Which means that they can refinance debt. So the whole short thesis was based around this debt cliff that where they were supposed to go zero, right about now, they were supposed to go bankrupt, and it has not happened. The debt cliff death spiral was greatly exaggerated, and it has not happened.
All right, I'm stepping in here, Gil. Gil, I'm stepping in with Target. I'm seeing a Target. We were not massively wrong with Target. You've never explained your thesis to us. We were like begging for it last week, and you did not give us the Target thesis. Also, I mean, look, times have been tough. 20%. That's like a day. That's a day in the life of a TSSI or Dave shareholder. That is nothing. Okay, we have walked in galaxies that are not fathomable of what Target's volatility. You've not told us the thesis or anything with it. I've been waiting. I want to hear your pitch on it.
And I just want to finish answering.
Oh yes. Back to MPW. Boring. Yes.
Yeah. Also, by the way, people in my Discord are very granularly involved in dissecting like every document, every filing for MPW, or sorry, MPT. Man, I gotta stop dead naming them. It's like when Twitter became X. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
So they were talking in my Discord recently about there was some kind of an implication that future debt refinancing was anticipated to be able to happen in like the 5% range as far as rates, which that would be very good because the thing I mentioned earlier, the oversubscribed secured financing, give or take, it was like in the high 7s or low 8s, something like that. So when you're talking about billions of dollars in debt, those 2 or 3 percentage points make a lot of difference. And so, yeah, I think a lot of positives. And I think that that they just had earnings on the 19th, and that's where some of that was discussed. I did not get to tune in live like I had wanted to because I had at the dentist. I think I was at the dentist or something. But yeah.
I'm thinking we go live for the next TSSI earnings for fun. I feel like that's the one
available. I'm down to do that. I like doing that. Maybe go live and one of us call in live. go like complete.
So, Mr. Dewan, I currently own 300 share, whatever. Like, I don't know how many shares I own. Mr. Dewan, I would really appreciate if you guys started doing a buyback program. I would really. Retire on dividends versus Gil. Oh boy, this is a fight of wow.
I'd rather not read
that. We're not gonna read that. That's bad. We'll give a 5-minute warning for any last comments, questions, or concerns. Once again, a lot of talk for people who are not channel members. You should listen to the high tide call live again. I always miss them all at work. We did the high tide call. That's for channel. Oh, the recent one.
But hey, so I do like that Gil agrees that Amazon is the next big stock. I tend to agree. Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, it's already big, but I agree that it's going to be bigger.
Gil's got a new profile picture that he's looking fly.
Yeah, he is looking pretty fly.
Yeah. The next one, we'll do the next one for sure with high tide.
Gil versus WeTire could be a lot like Amit versus Michael Burry.
For those
a clash for the ages, am I right?
Fluffy wins. Okay, I'll hold you to that, Gil. Gil, you can see the video where I nearly got killed. This is like value for you. The video Ryan nearly lost his life. Once again, become a channel member. All we need is money. We need Gillis, the most popular dude at the YMCA. That's a great. The YMCA.
No, I happen to know that Vito from The Sopranos is the most popular guy at the YMCA.
That's good ball knowledge. Well, we are a very culturally sound show. We have Sopranos knowledge, Office knowledge, some Breaking Bad in there.
Yeah.
We tire. That's true. We need money. We need it bad. Are there still earnings this week? Let's look.
By the way, did you ever finish The Sopranos while you're looking for that?
I know what happens, but I have like 2 episodes left. I've never. It's unfortunate. We got to do it. I know what happens.
Just finish.
I know. I will. I've been doing a lot of Office lately.
That's what she said.
I don't get that. Okay, that's not. It does not make sense. Why is this so hard?
That's what she said.
There you go. It's a layup. Okay. Uber's also pretty cheap still. Fiscal, I forgive you for losing thousands on Grab. Yeah.
Grab's fine, man. Just trust Anthony Tan.
Anthony Tan's the man. All right. We have nothing else to discuss. Thank you to the one person who said I was arrogant earlier. I appreciate that.
No, I said you were judgmental.
Oh, judgmental? Yeah, that's fair. All right, thanks for everybody that tuned in. They get to retire. Seymour, Alan, even though nobody likes you. The guy who called me judgmental. Well, okay, I'm not reading that comment.
That could be true, though. That's true. A good point. That's
Blake,
a good point.
Again.
That would be a reason to pump it. All
right, Chris, thank you everybody for tuning in. Smash the like button, subscribe, share the video. Do Dividend, stocks, drugs, and of course, cash flow is king. Oh, yeah.